Call the cops because the noisy neighbours are making a racket again. I'm Amos Murphy.
I'm Joey McCune.
I'm Moe Jacoon.
Okay.
And this is the Noisy Report Listener Question Special. Welcome, chaps. It is good to see your lovely faces again.
And you?
Warning, listeners, because as you probably could tell from the introduction, this could go absolutely anywhere. The international break is in full swing, and we're just here to cause absolute chaos. Mulv, you've obviously been with us before. You hopped on one of our Champions League previews, but this is the first time we've had you back since lifting old big ears. It was quite the end to last season, wasn't it?
Wow, bringing that up. Okay, cool. Love it. Yes. Still pinching myself.
City won the Champions League, apparently.
It's one of those definitely a pinch yourself moment, mate, because, yeah, wow. No.
Enough about being on a show with me. What about City winning the treble?
Yeah, amazing. I mean, what else? What else can I say? Amazing. It's great for, Instagram clout and just rubbing it in the noses of everybody. So it's brilliant. It's brilliant.
War a Champions League for Arsenal.
Yeah,
right?
There we were. Now here we are. So
nice. Yeah. Lovely stuff, man. Lovely stuff. Joey, it's your first time rolling with us over here, but I'm sure listeners will be well accustomed to your dulcet tones. You're just back off holiday as well, so this is crashing right back down to earth, isn't it?
Yeah. What time is it? It's 1:51 my time. I got 2 hours of sleep. Was on a plane. I've been up since 3 a.m. So this is
ouch.
You're gonna get maybe the most punch drunk version of me possible. So this should crush.
Go.
I just slammed an espresso from Starbucks. So who knows which way this is gonna go.
Let's get started with this from Radar2HZ, and they ask, how many Premier League managers will be sacked before January? Now, my sort of quick maths, I think that's 3 months away. There are 20 managers currently. I don't think any of them have been sacked. Maybe Lopetegui at the start of the season, but obviously hadn't started. Mulv, out of 20, how many are we going?
Will we be coming back to this at some point? Or, like, how accurate is
it? Depends. Nobody go and put bets on, basically.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know, pal. I'm more interested. Anybody like of the traditional, top half of the league, are any of those managers in trouble? Like,
I mean, there's a couple.
What if
Eric?
Eric. True. Wow, yeah, good point. What if Mo Salah leaves for Saudi? Could Klopp follow him?
Yeah,
probably of his own wishes there, but Eric Ten Hag, very interesting. I can't see them getting rid of him because he's actually making a lot of good decisions, in my opinion. He's got some absolute dross to work with that he's still cleaning it out. You know what I mean?
Was it his decision to bring back Johnny Evans?
What?
Objectively speaking, not a good decision.
No, I'll pass it over to Joey. What are you saying, mate?
Probably 4.
4?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. What about Poch? Because he's struggling. When does the crisis start? Like when do you honk the engine and say we are in a crisis? Because losing to Forest after spending like the GDP of Algeria is probably a good place to start.
Yeah. So I don't know. Chelsea's a weird one because it's just a revolving door. You know what I mean? Like there's no rhyme or reason to anything. It doesn't seem like things just happen. Guys show up and then they're gone, and then a magic money machine shows up and 4 other people walk in. It's like, where did these guys come from? I don't know. I think they think Poch is going to be the guy. So my guess is they'll give him a little bit more leeway. And there was so much turnover they had to get through this summer that I think he might get a little bit more wiggle room.
Got a question from the world famous Howard Hockin, and they do ask us, who manufactures the best type of leaf blower? Just kidding. It's actually something that's a lot more important, and it is. And it'll be interesting to see the answers to this, because there is a right and a wrong answer. Do you prefer Vimto or Ribena? Now, I assume your guys' cultural capital is high enough to be associated with those lovely blackcurrant drinks, but
we are familiar with
answer wisely.
Well, I'll go first because there is only one answer, Amos. If you're from the north, which is funny because do you know Asan?
Yeah,
his brother lives near me and Joey. So Asan's got an he's got two brothers actually, but one of them lives close to Joey and I. And I follow him on his Instagram. Very talented guy, musician. But he's posted yesterday a picture of a Ribena bottle. Right? Controversial. But this will all add up when I tell you that Asan's brother is also a Manchester United fan. So his choice, his life choices are suspect to begin with. So but the answer's Vimto, by the way.
It has to be, doesn't it? Yeah, Joey.
Yeah, I think I've only ever been given Vimto, because I think
that's because
Mulv is the plug, So I feel like when I went over there with him, that's what I was handed. It was like, get this in. Here's some Maltesers or something.
You see those very stereotypical films of people coming off the plane in Hawaii, and they get the little flower necklaces. I'm sure there's an actual name for them. So you get off at Manchester Airport, you just handed Vimto at arrivals. Maybe Andy Burnham should be listening, and he can clock onto that.
Yeah, Mulv and I went to a little store by his hotel.
Spa.
Yeah, we went to Spar. That's right. We went to Spar and got a haul. And Mulv told me. Mulv instructed me on which things I was to purchase, I believe.
Any other standouts? That silence.
No, I don't chart. Fruit pastilles, obviously, I crush those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't charge for my tours of Manchester like Stephen Howson does, though.
Allegedly.
I
might.
Yeah, true. Now we've won the treble.
He's a big Ribena guy, obviously.
Yeah, he's giving big Ribena energy. He's not even giving big Ribena energy. He's just giving the standard, the store one, not even a branded one.
True.
Tesco blackcurrant and apple cordial.
I know you don't. I know you don't name your podcasts like something wild, but so I might even just name our next podcast "Big Ribena Energy."
It's giving big Ribena energy. Yeah, that is forever going to be a thing now. I'm afraid, listeners, you're going to be stuck with it. Right, okay. Let's rattle through a few more. There is a mixture of sensible and nonsense as per usual. I've lumped these two together because they were separate questions about separate positions, but they make sense to discuss at one. And Luke from Offbeat and Adam Howarth, both of this very parish, of course, asked us to name the best. Big up indeed. Ask us to name the best centre-back and the best left-back in City's history. Now, I'm not quite sure why.
It's the same person.
True.
Hold it. I'm not quite sure why right-back has been ignored. Maybe because Danny Mills has it on lock already. But that is certainly a joke. But left-back, right-back, are they Serbian by any chance?
Go on, obviously.
I mean, it's a take.
It's Kolarov. I mean,
yeah, Alexander. Yeah,
just for the vibes.
I mean,
XV for Kolarov.
I reckon. Yeah,
through the roof.
I reckon he's probably got more of a chance of being named the best centre back than the left back, and he played over 150 games for City left back or something like that. We've got this delight from Mr. Joe Ricci, who is currently enjoying the delights and the heat of Eastern Europe on his travels. He starts it off with a little vain comment. Who misses me more, the Noisy Boys or the CR Boys, City Report Boys? Does anyone want to take him?
Is he on a free transfer? What's going on?
Big wages, let me tell you. Big wages.
Okay,
Maybe
wow.
so, but I think you can. I think transfer fees for Italian players are pretty low these days, so might be able to scoop him up pretty easy. You know.
On a Bosman ruling.
Yeah.
His contract's going to
Bosman, or
expire.
like a 1-year loan with an option to buy, not an obligation.
Ooh.
Not an obligation.
Yeah, you've got to test him out first.
Yeah.
But they do have an actual. I was going to say sensible question, but it's anything but. It goes as follow. Mulv, you can take it first.
Okay.
You are dropped in a foreign country. Now they don't specify which country it is, and I feel that.
Okay.
That ambiguous nature of it could lead to all sorts of answers. But apparently, you don't speak the language, so again, narrows it down. Which current City player do you pick to first of all get you around safely, second of all show you the best time? Now they say Jack Grealish can't be allowed, and I guess they mean a local. So that you discover a local who happens to be a City player. I presume that's what they mean. Maybe I've got that wrong, but basically, who do you want to get you around safely? Who do you want to show you the best time out of the City squad? Jack Grealish aside.
Actually quite thrive with ambiguity. So
nice.
Sort of
it's
in
a good
my
trait to have.
in my element right now. I would like, if it can't be Jack Grealish, I think the next guy to have a bout for protection, for vibes, for general having of a good time, for
it's a big checklist.
Catching maybe some, seconds, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
John Stones is the answer here.
I nearly fell off my chair.
John Stones is the guy. I feel like he's big and strong enough to protect me as we venture through this land of the unknown.
Salford.
Yeah.
I feel like we could get in the club and the dance moves would be on point, and
yours are his.
Yeah, and the seconds would follow. So John Stones.
I think you're trying to catch John Stones shrapnel.
Is he streetwise enough though? Because he just looks like a big furry bear.
Yeah, possibly not. Possibly not. But I'll take my chances because of the other attributes.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of the options, and I think Ruben Diaz would be too insufferable with his LinkedIn quotes and he's sort of trying to inspire everyone and just sort of
in bed by 9:30.
Is he the one?
Yeah,
is he the one that always posts like lyric screenshots on his IG? Like, brother, what are we doing?
I mean, yeah. Live, laugh, Ruben.
True.
I'm trying to think. Edison, not a chance.
No.
The key word being safely. Kyle Walker, I mean, the best time that would fit.
Would be a good time.
Yeah, get you around safely. That's up for debate. I mean, there's not that many options, is there? So maybe it is Mr. Boulders himself by default.
I think I'm going Ake.
Shout.
Whoa.
Yeah, that's a shout. That's a shout.
Okay.
Because hear me out. You're in Amsterdam.
I'm listening.
Right? Because if we're going to a place where he speaks, so I've got to be able to get through in Dutch. I don't speak that. I don't know if you guys knew that. He does, as far as I know.
He does. Yeah.
Sick. All right.
Yeah.
So nailed that. I don't know. He knows his way around. He's bigger than me. So I think if we got into something, he could handle it.
Mm-hmm.
Probably knows a few spots. I think there's a chance you're still getting onto the end of that second ball, if you know what I mean. So I think yeah, I think that's the move. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just a weekend out in Amsterdam with Nathan Ake, baby.
Expected vibes through the roof.
Oh my god!
Playing the grand piano.
Well, yeah, that's Yeah, that's after he's munched some brownies, and he's like, "Yo, watch me play some Bach right now, dude." What? What? He just lets it rip in the middle of a train station, and then like there's just everyone's around, and he's like, "Okay, this is lame. We're going to a club."
We've got another question. MCFC ad sends this one in, and it's pretty cruel. Not in that way, but you'll say you can only keep one. You have to sell the other. Oscar Bob or Rico Lewis. Joey, hit me. Well, not physically.
Whoa, that sucks.
This hipster's gonna say Oscar Bob. Watch it.
No, I'm keeping Rico, dude. How do you get
Did you think
Rico?
about Oscar?
I did, but
he's the fella's called. Well, he's not even a fella. The kid's called Oscar Bob, and he's from Norway, and he's
true.
Called Bob.
Yeah.
Oscar Bob the Builder.
I mean, Rico
Somebody
is
asked
a season away from just wearing Rico on his back.
True.
That's dope.
True.
He's got a wild number. Like 82 is a really unhinged kind of number to have. I like that.
Yeah.
'Cause it's like, what are you? I'm an 8. I'm a 2. I'm a 10. You know.
It's all adding up.
Yeah. I like that. And he's a local kid. You know, I think you got to go Rico. Rico rules.
Yeah. Rico rules. That's what he had on his bedroom wall. Mulv. Oscar.
Somebody asked me where Oscar Bob was from, what nationality, and they said he must be English, right? Oscar Bob. I mean, I said it's almost too English.
True. Yeah.
Which means he's probably not English. So yeah, we had to look it up. Norwegian.
Are you saying it's an alias? Has he fluked his way into City Academy on this fake name?
No.
Yeah,
I mean,
his real last name definitely has a letter with a circle over it.
Yeah, Boob. Oscar Boob.
Oscar Boob is that's a different character entirely.
It's
like from the Night Out with Nathan Ake.
Yeah.
These ones where you have to compare city players or whatever is always a struggle for me. But it's got to be Rico at the moment, hasn't it? I mean,
he's the star boy.
Yeah,
he's the star boy from good old Bury. We've got another one from the Kipax Kid. They ask us if you can travel back in time to witness one City game you didn't see in person, which one would you see? And I like the assumption that if you had the ability to travel back in time, you'd go to Southampton away or something like that and not witness the greatest moments in human history. But, Mulv, you have to go and watch a City game, unfortunately. You can't go and kick a chill with Napoleon or anything like that. So is there a City game that I guess it could still be in our lifetime as well. You can go back in time and watch it. You just weren't there. So is there one that springs to mind?
Yeah, you know what? It's kind of obvious, but I didn't really have a group of friends that I watched City with at the time that it happened. Everything sort of happened, meeting other City fans in Texas after this moment. But it's the obvious one. Because I was alone in my living room in Denton, Texas, watching City win the league for the first time in my lifetime, right? And so I was running about with nobody to really take it in with, you know. So I would go back and I would be at the Etihad for the 93-20 moment for sure, to at least be around other City fans for that iconic day.
Yeah, it was a good one. I was there for that one, and it was when how old would I have been? About 12. So it was interesting when we did the one against Aston Villa. I'm getting a head shake. And when we did the one against Aston Villa, which is obviously, literally in similar fashion, it was nice to be able to relive that moment, but an alcohol-induced version of it, Joey. So I think I'll answer in a second. That's for those who weren't there. I mean, that is the one, isn't it? Just to be able to have seen that. But are there any others that perhaps maybe spring to mind?
I'd like to see the Gillingham match because that's the first experience I ever had with City. So
Oh, wow.
I would have liked to have seen that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
That the hipster pick.
Some
what was
EDS
it?
game.
Was it FA Cup? Yeah.
The FA Youth Cup final in 2005.
Was it the FA Cup against? Was it Spurs where it was like 4-4?
Yes. Yeah.
Mackin?
That's a shout.
Oh, the John Mackin.
That's a shout.
Mackin? That's
a
one.
shout.
Or the way back pick would be the game that Bert Troutman broke his neck and kept playing.
Yeah.
Just because that's absolute dog behavior.
It's filthy, isn't it? It's pure. Have you seen the film?
Yeah.
I think it's called The Keeper. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think I've got a bad neck.
Yeah.
And he saves a penalty in the FA Cup final, as you know.
Easy.
What about? I mean, I'm surprised no one's ever said this, but what about York City away in what was it, like 1847?
Wow.
Well, I thought every
was there.
City fan had already been to York City away.
True.
Every City fan I've
True.
ever met that's like from Manchester was at York City away. So apparently their ground held 250,000 people. Because
Yeah, you look on Wikipedia, it's the most attended football match of all time.
most attended sporting events in England that year was like the Royal Ascot and then York City away.
900 citations on the side of people who've edited it over the time. This one, Mulv, you can take it straight away. I know you've earmarked this. You want it. You've been preparing all day. It comes from, and this is their username, by the way, QHXWZ_. I like how they needed the underscore to differentiate themselves from the other QH.
Regular QH.
You know, regular QHXWZ. Anyway, they ask, and this is a genuine question, by the way, why is Man City such a small club?
Okay. Well, are we a small club? Is this what being a small club?
Very small. Very small.
Is this what it?
Minuscule.
Yeah.
Minute.
Is this what being a small club feels like? European champions.
Yeah.
True.
Champions of England.
That's true.
Treble winners after beating
Also
your
true.
biggest rivals in the FA Cup, scoring after 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Also true. There's a lot of truths.
Fans of other clubs just not caring about you at all.
No, also true.
Finishing above your cross-city rivals for a decade consecutively.
That's 10 years. That's a whole 10 years.
Did we already say Centurions?
Only top-flight English club to do 100 points in the league. Three Premier Leagues in a row.
That turns out to be true.
About to do, what, 5 and 6?
Yeah.
Hopefully. True.
Your manager's Pep Guardiola.
You're the
Your best
Real
player's
Madrid
Kevin
of the
De Bruyne.
Carabao Cup.
It seems to me that everybody would like to be a small club. If that's true. So
that was like, you know, Train Spotting, the movie. That was that first, the monologue at the start. Choose life. I want that. I need that playing over like Atomic by Blondie or something like that. It was beautiful. So yeah, QHXWZ_. Why is City such a small club? You tell us, mate. You tell us. Joey, final question then, and it comes from MCFC Alice. And I love this question. It's one of the best we've had. They ask us, which City players or player will you guys choose to play your biography movie? You can do all sorts with this one. Fantastic question. So which City player, you know, in 15, 20 years' time, when you get in a movie made out of you, which player, now turned actor, is going to be gracing the screen playing Mr. McCune? Oh dear.
I know.
That's a grimace.
Yeah. Well, because I had it'd be Mario Balotelli. I feel like I don't know. The only one that could match up calves would be Jack.
Yep.
Just a fact. That coward didn't do the calf off in Houston. I'm still furious about that.
It's calling you out.
I don't know. Maybe Give me Alvarez. If he grows a mustache, we're about the same height, same hair.
I can see that.
We're both from Argentina. I think
Height thing's a bit generous. But...
yeah. Well, look. I'm 6'6".
On 3'2" stilts.
Okay, you asked me to come on the show. The abuse. Yeah, I don't know. I guess like Alvarez or Jack maybe. Because
I reckon Julian Alvarez has a mustache in him down the line. I
hope
that.
so. I think that's his Charizard.
Like funny.
Yeah,
he grows. That's his final form.
Yeah. Who is the player with a mustache? Oh, Hector Bellerin. Cool fuck. Very cool guy.
See, I want to push him in a locker. He annoys me.
What?
Yeah, I don't know. I don't like him. I want to beat him up.
You don't like Hector?
Not even a little bit.
I would pay ridiculous amount of money to life swap with him.
Nah,
he's had the coolest life of anyone I could ever imagine.
Too many purses.
His career path. his career path is just dreamy. He's lived everywhere you could ever want to live.
True. Is he still at Betis? I don't think so. I think he moved somewhere else. But yeah.
No, he went to Barcelona. I think he went back to Real Betis. So he's had Seville, London, Barcelona.
Yeah.
I mean, Watford. Maybe not Watford, but Lisbon
again,
as well.
All of the places you want to live.
Hertfordshire's lovely, I guess, if you've got enough money.
You play for the Fighting Johns.
Yeah.
That's what Watford.
I'm still standing. My answer for this is Gareth Barry.
Baz.
Fucking loved Gareth Barry.
Mm-hmm.
I absolutely love Gareth Barry. I don't even know what he's doing anymore. He's just one of them people who, in fact, do you remember?
It's probably just gardening. I feel like.
Was it the 93-20 anniversary? He popped up in his first public appearance since playing with West Brom or something like that a few years ago. Mulv, have you got an answer for who you'd like to be played by?
Well, first of all,
past or present.
We're kidding ourselves if it's anybody but Paul Dickoff playing Joey. All right.
I can look him in the eye. I've done it. I've done it twice.
For me, it's who would
Andy
play
Morrison.
me? Be Javi Garcia.
I was gonna say Andy Morrison.
No,
Javi Garcia is a
Garcia,
shout.
because he's the only one who could conceivably and believably attract what I attracted and have attracted throughout my life. So
he disappeared off the face of the earth as well. There's a spell of City signing players from 2013 to 2016, maybe pre-Pep, who just if you bumped into them, you just assume they're a normal person.
My wife still buys his calendar every year, so
yeah, that's a fact. Yeah, those Pellegrini transfers. There's some Nolito
shockers.
Yeah, Nolito's a funny.
Wait, no,
one.
That was Pep.
Nolito was? Yeah, it was. Yeah, true.
Yeah, but it was like the remnants were still lingering over in the recruitment
the Pellegrini
team.
Stink. I think was still.
Yeah.
I
mean, Boney. The fact Wilfred Boney was contracted to Manchester City is a woof.
Mulv's a huge Boney guy.
I was. He was perfect. Then he got malaria.
Yeah,
that's what tanked his career.
True.
Couldn't kick a ball anymore.
We saw Wilfred Boney take a ball out of the air from about 70 feet and just kill it in training one time. If he could translate his super high keepy uppies into on
useful
pitch ability, yeah, he'd be messy.
But Wilfred Boney was coached by Pep Guardiola. That is a real honker of a pub quiz question.
That's a weird one.
Was?
Yeah, there's a real short overlap there.
Yeah, whether or not he actually coached him at all. But there's pictures of him in that 2016 kit, so I can only assume they spent time together.
Really?
Obviously,
Pep
Greek,
Guardiola.
yeah.
I can only see him
interacting
in
with Wilfred
the
Boney.
the small white collared one.
Oh, 2015.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a weird season. That was a very